No, I like that. I like that word, Captain Planet. You're absolutely spot on. I mean, he's doing God knows what over there, but also wants to look after the energy grid here, but he hasn't been able to do that in 4 years. It's extraordinary. Now, look, Anthony Albanese and other world leaders have gone against Donald Trump and issued a consensus declaration at the G20 in Johannesburg this weekend, backing in the Paris Agreement, free trade, multilateral frameworks, as well as the need to spend trillions of dollars on reaching climate change goals. What does this mean for Australia now, Anne? Are we going to be required to cough up more money in pursuit of climate change?
Well, I'll be interested to see what the Prime Minister actually means. Is he committing more taxpayer funding to reach goals that are not Australia's, as in goals that are not going to benefit Australia and Australians? I think he's in trouble. I think he, wants to play this universal global hero status when Australians are suffering and Australians are doing it tough right now. And seriously, he needs to turn his mind to Australians. He's the Prime Minister of Australia first, and Australians are not doing well in this cost of living crisis that is not going away and is phenomenally part of or a result of the energy policies that he has brought to bear. I just think, the Prime Minister needs to get his feet on the ground and understand what's going on in Australia.
Well, speaking of people not doing it well, the Bureau of Meteorology have had a shocker of late, including their redesigned website, which we were told would cost $4 million. And I thought, gee, $4 million for a website. But it's been revealed today the total cost was $96 million for a website that, when it was launched, didn't even work properly. How does anyone spend that much money on a website?
Look, when I was mulling this over this morning, I thought, how does this even happen? How do you spend $96 million developing a new website that's going to do even better than the past? Well, there were a lot of problems with the old one, there's no doubt about that. But the fact that farmers can't even get GPS readings now and know exactly what's going on in their region. I'm in Mallee. I have so many farmers who have contacted me absolutely disgusted at the BOM website. As soon as it went live, my phone started pinging, as happens when you're in the House of Reps. And I don't know what the government is planning on doing for this, but it worries me that Accenture are the ones who are doing this, have done this work, this new website, and they are also responsible to determine mobile black spots, another subject, but nonetheless, same company, mobile black spots around Australia, and they won't be able to tell us where the mobile black spots are until 2027. I mean, seriously. Does nobody have to have a record of success before they get these kind of business deals? It really is quite concerning.
2027, I mean, that's just unbelievable. Before we let you go, Anne, Labor has quietly shelved plans to lower regional speed limits from 100 kilometres an hour to as low as 70. Is this a win finally for common sense?
Absolutely. I would do a fist pump for regional Australians who have been incredibly vocal about how dreadful this policy was. I mean, Labor had in their consultation PDF pretty page that the 3 reasons for looking at dropping the default speed limit from 100 to potentially 70 kilometres an hour on regional roads is because they wanted to reduce fatalities. Of course, everybody wants to reduce fatalities. How about fixing the roads? Secondly, they wanted to reduce fuel consumption. Well, that's nice. I absolutely didn't know they cared. And thirdly, they want to reduce emissions. Well, some cars actually increase emissions by having to go slower. And why is it that they were targeting regional roads? Why not the freeways? Maybe they didn't want voters in those areas to actually push back. Well, regional Australia has spoken. I am really pleased that Catherine King has seen the light and has pulled that consultation. It was nonsense from the beginning.
Anne Webster, I've got to say, I have very much enjoyed your common sense responses tonight. Thanks so much for coming on the program.